So Nin-Nin game, you sold me a in-stock figure that actually wasn't in stock. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Droobz Vids and another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Nin-Nin game. That's right, we did a live stream not too long ago about Nin-Nin game, and huge shout out to Jeffrey Rod for hooking me up with a super chat and able to buy this figure. With that being said, the live stream was pretty long, so I appreciate everybody that was there, that hung out the whole time. I really do appreciate it. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithms and all that. So, you know, if you guys aren't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, drop a like on this video. Let's get some of this information out to more people because I know a lot of people really do appreciate it, and I appreciate each and every one of you watching the videos. So with that being said, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video, and that is Nin-Nin games. My apologies, it's Nin-Nin game, not plural. It doesn't really, you know, kind of roll off the tongue like that. But anyways, they claim to have a quantum leap forward in your Japanese import experience. Ta-da, right there. That's what they claim. It's right there on the header of their website, right underneath the name, Nin-Nin game. And yeah, that's what they claim. It was actually quite hard to kind of decide on what figure to pick because we were there on the live stream for about 3 hours, and I ended up ordering it after the live stream just because, you know, I kind of want to do some price comparison stuff and whatnot. And yeah, so I ended up settling on one of the figures that everybody liked, and that was the Yukata version of Shirai from Railgun. And this figure is made by Freen, and it's a little bit of an older figure, but it still looks fantastic. And they had it on their website as in stock for a really good price. If I remember correctly, it was right around $50. That's without the shipping, but nonetheless, it was a really good price for the figure in my opinion. So like any good consumer, I added it to my cart and I bought the figure. So I was pretty jazzed because after I started looking at some prices elsewhere, this figure was getting quite expensive. We're talking, you know, well over $100, you know, even some places reaching that $200 range. So yeah, I was pretty jazzed about this particular figure because I got it for a really good deal, and it was something that I wouldn't have to worry about later on, especially with the price going up. So immediately at this point, I was like, wow, Nin-Nin game has, you know, some really good, you know, deals to be had, and I may become a frequent shopper here. So let's fast forward to the next day, and I get an email from Nin-Nin game, and I'll go ahead and put that right here on the screen for you. And you guys could pause that and read it if you want to, but basically it's saying that the item I ordered was not in stock. It's out of stock, so they don't have it. And I was, like I said, quite excited for it, and yeah, I felt really let down at this point. But they gave me two options after that whole thing went down, and the first option was to get a voucher for the total amount of which I paid plus an extra 500 yen bonus, or I could just receive a full-on refund back to my bank account. So that's when I had to make a decision here if I was going to, you know, purchase from them again after this current experience where I, you know, lost the figure that I was looking forward to getting because it was out of stock, even though they said it was in stock on the website. But I digress. I ended up looking around a little bit more on the website just to see, you know, the other figures that they had, and I ended up going ahead and buying another figure from them. So I took that voucher code with the extra 500 yen bonus. Now this figure I got here actually ended up being a little bit more costly than the one that I originally picked out. And the original one was a little over $70 shipped, and this one ended up coming up to like $90, I think, right around there, give or take. But either way, this one was a little bit more expensive than the previous one. So yeah, it kind of sucks that it worked out that way, but nonetheless, I picked up a figure because I did want to do this video on Nin-Nin game because I had a lot of questions about this particular website. Now, since the figure did come in the mail, well, I think it came in the mail. I haven't opened the box yet. I actually wait to open the boxes unless I tell you guys ahead of time. But yeah, I generally wait to open the boxes for the videos. So I don't really pre-screen what's in them. I just open them on camera for everyone to see my initial reaction to it. Yeah, hopefully the figure I did pick up is in that box, but you know, we'll know here in just a couple minutes. But let's go ahead and talk a little bit about their website because they claim the whole quantum leap in your experience of Japanese imports. And now, to me, that didn't happen purely based on the fact that the in-stock figure I bought was not in stock. It was out of stock. So, you know, they kind of gave me some false hope for getting a figure that I wanted initially. So that whole thing's just right out the window for me. But just looking at their website overall, they have a bunch of different categories. They don't only stock figures, they stock other things, some video games and stuff like that. So if that's something you're looking at, go ahead, check them out. It might be worth it for you. But either way, we're here talking about the figures that they had, and they had a bunch of in-stock figures as well as pre-order stuff. But these videos, you guys know, are more about the in-stock side of things on the websites. So they have a little search bar on their website, and you could plug in, you know, the series that you're looking for, the brand that you're looking for, or even the character that you're looking for. So that's a real nice feature to have. And they have a bunch of different categories with little drop-down bars, and you know, you can kind of pick what category you're looking at, or you could just, you know, go all in and look at all the in-stock figures. And that's what we ended up doing on the live stream, and we found quite a few figures that were really nice, but at the same time, like I said, the original one that I wanted to pick up was gone. That really sucks, and it does kind of irk me. I hate to keep going back and beating this dead horse here, but it just, you know, you said it's in stock, but then I get an email that it's out of stock. So, I mean, you know, I did have the option to get the refund and just not buy it from them completely, and there'd be no figure in this video. But I'm still interested in seeing how exactly they ship their product, and, you know, potentially if I'm ever going to go back and shop on their website again. So yeah, the ease of use of the website and making an account and all that is pretty easy. And you know, you can sign up for newsletters or whatnot if you want to see what kind of sales they got going on. So after that whole issue with the in-stock figure actually being out of stock and me picking a new figure and paying for that one the extra money, you know, they sent me an email that the order's confirmed and they shipped it. And it only took a few days to get here from Japan, so definitely not a bad turnaround time from them on the shipping. But if you equate the whole issue into everything, because it didn't take me very long to pick another figure, but if you equate all that time that it took, you know, emailing back and forth, it ended up being like about a week and a day. So about 8 days just because of that initial issue, but not counting that, it only took a few days to get here. So yeah, just keep that in mind if that's something you're looking at. I mean, I don't want to sit here and say that, you know, if it's in stock, it might not actually be in stock, but this isn't the first time I've heard of it happening. Like, I've heard other people having this issue as well with Nin-Nin Game, that they have in-stock figures on the website, and they actually get the email that say, hey, it's out of stock, here are your options. So, you know, with that, we'll talk a little bit more about that towards the end of the video. Let's get into this figure. So yeah, we got this kind of, you know, oddly shaped box here. Usually it's kind of more square, I guess that's a rectangle. Okay, I know my shapes. But yeah, this is kind of like a weird, like, flat box. Let's open it from the top because that's kind of interesting. You see how it kind of flaps over there and just kind of makes that. So I guess that'd be kind of easy opening, right? Let's see what that's all about. But yeah, I mean, you know, I've had to pay an extra 20 bucks for this figure, and I'm still going to be happy with it because it's a character I like from a show that I really like. Probably one of my favorite shows of all time. Oh, that's not a flap. Okay, it's just kind of normal flaps. I thought it would be like, you know, it would fold over here like two things, right? Fold over. Okay, enough about this box, but taking a look at it here. Oh, it seems to be, you know, packaged pretty well. Looks like is this the box? No, that's the box. So that's the figure here in bubble wrap. So you get bubble wrap, they protect your product there, which is always a good sign. That's one of the big things that I kind of look for, you know, when I'm buying figures from websites that I don't know of, if they actually take care in packaging their products or not. If they just kind of throw them in a box just willy-nilly like Amazon does, for instance, then, you know, it's kind of more about the money for them versus making the customer happy. But at the same time, Amazon got that sweet, you know, free shipping there if you're a Prime member. So, but you still got to pay for that. So I go back to my original point that it is about the money sometimes. Now this figure here netted an extra $20 out of me. So Nin-Nin Game, you sold me on a figure that cost more. But that's besides. I'm not gonna let that go ever. Just so you guys know, it might come up in some future videos, but I'm not gonna let it go. It's one of them things that I guess I'm just, you know, morally bound to bring it up from time to time. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. This box actually looks perfect. It's a perfect looking box. And this is an Ultra figure. This is my first Ultra figure, so I'm pretty jazzed about that. And it's a 1/8 scale of Mio from K-On! Here. And this is my favorite character from K-On! And K-On!, like I said, is one of my favorite animes of all time. If you guys never watched K-On!, you definitely should. It is a great story. It's a slice of life anime. Yeah, I just highly recommend it, especially if you know you're kind of feeling a little bit down and you know you want to be cheered up. It's a really good show to watch. It's a really, really good watch. And it's very music centric because that's what it's about, really. Definitely check it out. It's a fantastic show. I can't give it enough praise. And not only being in my top 5 anime of all time, it is my #1 favorite KyoAni production. So it's pretty high praise from your boy, you know what I'm saying? I do watch a lot of anime, but yeah, let's go to get this figure. I mean, this thing, yeah, I'm pretty happy about this. You know, I would have loved to have that Shirai Yukata version, but here we are with Mio. So not a bad, you know, I don't want to say substitute because they're not really substitutable, if that's even a word. But yeah, I'm still happy about this figure, but I'm still not happy about this figure, if you kind of get where I'm going. Maybe it's because they canceled my other figure, but nonetheless, we still got a sweet figure out of it. And it's still my first Alter figure, which is cool. So it's still a first, you know, kind of this brand of figure that I was able to get, just like the Yukata version of Shirai was going to be the first free and I got. So, I mean, that still kind of works out either way. You know, we still got a first figure here, first Alter figure, but you know, eventually I want to get a freeing figure, but I don't know if I want to jump in, like, you know, head deep into the pool there and get a B-style freeing figure. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Should I do it? Should I just, you know, get a B-style and just stop talking about them? Because I do talk about the cool B-styles quite a bit, and there's, you know, a few of them that I'd really like to have in my collection. So I don't know. Oh man, this is a nice base. This is fantastic. This is really good. This might be better than the picture shown. I really don't like when I have, you know, anything negative to say about some of these companies, just because I don't really want it to take away from the figure at all. And you know, the figures I get end up being really awesome. And oh my god, the guitar strings are actually strings. So okay, let's take a look at some of this stuff in here. The first thing I want to show you guys is the base. We got the Hokago Tea Time base, and it has Mio's name on there, and it is this nice kind of clear blue. That is fantastic. I really like the fact that they got her name on there. That's great. So yes, this is really nice. I like that. It's pretty classy looking in my opinion. And the only other thing you get in the box is the figure itself, and it is covered in plastic everywhere to protect that beautiful paint and sculpt on it. And man, what could I say? This is crazy. This looks really, really good. So let's take a look at the figure here. And like I said, it was my first Alter figure, and yeah, it doesn't let me down. I've heard a lot of good things about Alter figures, and this can't be an exception because all the good things I hear about it. Look at that hair sculpt, it's just flowing there. It looks really good. And then if you take a look at the guitar, I don't know if that's gonna catch it on camera, but these strings are actually, you know, real string. You can move them. It's not plastic or anything like that. It's just actual real string. And if you guys want to check out the shoes there you go. Nice shiny shoes. And this is her in her maid outfit from when they were doing the little concert there. I don't want to, you know, kind of lead too much into the anime if you guys are interested in watching it, but Mio is like a really shy character, which, you know, that's kind of why her expression is kind of blushing like that, because she's a very shy character and she really comes out of her shell in the show, which is very nice to see, especially, you know, from start to end. You're just like, kind of find yourself rooting for her, you know, most of the time. You're like, just, oh, come on, Mio, you got this. You got this. Let's go. And then when she pulls something off, it's just, you know, a really good moment, and it feels good. It feels good, man. All the little details on it are fantastic. However, if you guys really do want to know, the little knobs and stuff actually don't work. So if that's something that you're looking for, which I really hope you're not, but if that is something you're looking for, just know that the knobs on the guitar here don't actually turn. They're just static there. All right, I just felt like that's something I should note. Okay, so I am genuinely happy with this particular figure. It's fantastic. It's one of my favorite characters for one of my favorite animes, so I can't really complain on that front. However, I do have the major complaint on Nin-Nin Game, selling me a figure that they said was in stock, but it was actually out of stock, because that's not what, you know, I would like to see when I'm ordering figures. Because if you have things that are in stock, I'm like, oh cool, this figure's in stock, I'll be able to buy it. So I go to buy it, and then you get an email that says it's actually out of stock. So theoretically, yes, you could get your money back. Yes, you could get the option where you get the voucher with your money plus an extra bonus money, but at the same time, that kind of, I don't know, kind of just puts me off from the website in general, just because that happened to me. So their shipping speed was great. The product was packed nicely in there, no damage to the box. Figure fantastic, but you know, at the same time, this is more about the website and not the figure alone. With that being said, the website here, the ease of use was great. And yeah, they had a lot of really good things going for them, except for that one hiccup that the in-stock figure was actually, you know, out of stock. Now, maybe I just got unlucky, but at the same time, I've heard other people having this issue too. So if you guys have shopped on Nin-Nin Game, let me know down in the comments below if this particular issue happened to you, or if you just had a grand experience overall. I'd be really interested to hear what you have to say. And yeah guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Another scale figure added to the collection. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content, then hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video.
Ripping my mask off, it's like guillotine. My head is spinning now. I got no enemies but myself. The smoke is clearing now. I'm staring back at me. I always used to fade. I start to see the traces of myself.